walking Wikipedia. Question number 2 is, how does someone become a character in the MOTU franchise?
I guess it's the age-old. You get.
You're watching the 757 Hustle Show. My name is George. We're hanging out with Dad at Arms, Colt, and we're also from Toon Jukka. Jukka, all the way from Finland. And this is the guy. This is the MOTU walking Wikipedia. Question number 2 is, how does someone become a character in the MOTU franchise?
I guess it's the age-old. You gotta know the right people. In my case, the journey that I've been, I mean, just being active in the fandom online for over 20 years now, and just being active when there's been any situations and chances for it. And in my case, it sort of helps that even back in the day when I joined the He-Man.org forums, I just, for the member name, I just put my first name, Jukka. And a lot of people seem to remember it somehow. So it was one of those that if they had questions about Filmation episodes, if I had learned about it through other websites or from James and just talking and learning, then they would also remember that, hey, it was this Jukka guy that then answered it at some point. But yeah, it's like if we want to go the first time that I had a comic background appearance in the Mattel and DC Eternity War was because I knew the artist Pop Man. And
did it give you a name though? Do you have a name, or it was just like an image?
No, that was just the image of the like Skeletor is conjuring dead spirits and souls to send against the good guys. So
that's how you start, right? You start with a cameo, and then you get a role, you get a line, right? I guess that's how you do it, right? So you earlier this week we chatted, and you came up with a quick list, just something to go over. I think it's mad cool, right, Colt? If somebody came up to you like, "Hey, man, Colt, we want to make you a character."
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think to me that's one of the greatest. As a fan, I think as a creator, yeah, as a fan, double bonus points. But
I remember, and I remember, reading the Revolution comics where Yuka makes an appearance as the palace historian, and just feeling so excited for him. I think I immediately sent him a message and
I hate you
to tell him how cool it was. Well, I kept the I hate yous quiet.
Yeah.
I had to be
XO.
No, but I thought that was really cool. I thought that was...
but it is cool. It is cool. Of course, everybody's gonna want that something like that. That's an honor.
Sure,
it's huge.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it is mad cool, and especially somebody like you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that knows their stuff. You know what I'm saying? If it's just somebody like He-Man, and all of a sudden my buddy makes him a hero in the comic book, and you're like, man, what the hell? Just because they're friends? I mean, at least you know your stuff. You promote. You're part of the lore. That's pretty cool. But
it was pretty perfect to make Yuka the palace historian.
Yes,
I mean, knows all these things.
So he made up a list. So this is I don't know if you guys can see it. So we got some names up here. So 4 Horsemen Studio members, names used for model kit vehicle drivers. The trio given in classics named the Fighting Foemen, right? Which, moving on, the Mighty Spectre, right? That he's got the Spectre Creative channel, right? Scott Toiru, Guru, Nightlick. How you say his last one? We're all screwing up last names today, but anyway, yeah, the Mighty Spectre. That's that purple dude.
Yeah, he looks like a Marvel character.
Or Deadpool, right? He looks like a purple Deadpool. That dude. Yeah, okay. All right. So then we got Prince Valor from Val Staples. The Shield Gray. He's a toy dude. That name's familiar. I know he's on the internet somewhere.
So Val Staples, you could probably speak to this easier. He has a better relationship with them.
So Val is the guy behind the 2002 comic, writer and colorist, head of the PowerCon convention and been part of the Dark Horse official books, spearheading.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I get it. Hold on. Hey, Val, I'm George. I got a nice to meet you. And now I know who you are. How you doing? Wink, wink. That's awesome. You see in 2024, the Origins mini comic. That's Dan Pixel Dan is on there too, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to skip over the next one. I'm going to go to the last one right there, and we got Royal Palace Healer. Right? That's runs past Tila, John Callis. So now the guy we have on right here, 2024 Revolution comic, Royal Palace Historian. Can you read that for me, please, sir? Sir, can you read that for me, please?
Looking at a very small mobile phone here.
Oh, okay, I'm my bad. Sorry. That's you, man. I got a picture of this. Hold on. This is cool. Look at you, you son of a bitch. Look at you right there.
Name and likeness.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I think that's like maybe the bigger thing here, that it's obviously awesome to have even if it had been like a background character with likeness, because in the 2002 comics you would have these like big royal palace settings, and they would like obviously have the basic characters, but also add maybe some of the comic people and friends of the comic. So that's how you.
Do you cosplay?
The closest might be that when I visited in Germany Grayskull convention, that also a big fan of the 2002 Toyline cartoon, Björn Kortov, had a 2000X Prince Adam costume, and he loaned it for me like at the event for a couple minutes, and I just hung around in that costume. They managed to take a couple of photos, but that's
now you got this character. Now you can cosplay as yourself and just walk around with that page. I'm like, this is who I am. That's me. That's awesome, man. I spoke to AI and I asked them, I said, hey, AI, can you make me a choose your own adventure story about Issak, right? Issak? Am I saying it right? Sure. Issak, right? So I told him, I said, AI said, who? AI said, what? No. So I'm gonna read a couple of things, and then we're gonna let Jukka play as himself. So no pressure on you, okay, Mr. Mr. Historian. So just bear with me. I'm gonna read a little bit, okay? So here you go. You're Issak, Palace Historian to King Randor. Your knowledge of Eternia's history and lore is unparalleled. Nerd. The story begins. You find yourself in the throne room of the royal palace, surrounded by an opulent decorations and a bustling activity of the kingdom. King Randor, a wise and just ruler, sits on his throne, deep in conversation with Prince Adam, his son. Suddenly, a messenger bursts into the room bearing grave news. Skeletor, the dark sorcerer, has launched a surprise attack on the kingdom's northern borders. His dark magic has already begun to spread, threatening and to engulf the entire realm. King Randor turns to you, Jukka, and asks for your counsel. You know that He-Man, the most powerful warrior in Eternia, is the only one who can stop Skeletor. But where is He-Man? How can you reach him in this time? All right, these are your options. Do you, 1, take the Wind Raider to the forest of Eldred? You recall that He-Man was last seen in the forest of Eldred, where he was on a mission to help the ancient trees defend against Skeletor's minions. Do you, 2, seek out the sorceress in Castle Grayskull? Or 3, gather information from the Royal Guard? No pressure.
What you actually need to do is go to Man-at-Arms, because he's the guy who has been able to contact He-Man a lot.
See, Yuka's already in character. He knows exactly what to do.
Yeah, he's already, AI is wrong.
Like, I'm a scholar. I'm not going to the trees. I'm going to go find Man-at-Arms.
You just told AI you're wrong.
That's where that lazy prince is taking a nap.
All right, we're gonna go to the Dark Hemisphere. Ready for dangers lie within the magic amulet and the lamp in hand. You feel a sense of determination and courage. As you journey through the treacherous landscape, you encounter fierce shadow creatures and navigate through the dark caverns. But with your wits and your sorcerer's guidance, you manage to overcome each obstacle. Finally, after what seems like an eternity, you're telling me, you see a glimmer of light in the distance. You approach cautiously, and as you emerge from the shadows, you see He-Man battling Skeletor's minions. Dun, 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 dun. He-Man notices your arrival and nods in appreciation. Issak, Palace Historian, I could use your expertise in this battle. With He-Man by your side, you charge into a fray using your knowledge of Eternian history and lore to help turn the tide of the battle. Do you won? You're going to tell everybody.
Is that the name of your axe and shield? Eternian lore and history?
Eternian lore. Continue fighting along He-Man using your skills to take down Skeletor. Try to reason with Skeletor, or use your knowledge of Eternian lore to find a hidden weakness in Skeletor's magic.
Let's go for the weakness.
All right. He's like, hey, I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover.
That's like a stack of books that he keeps throwing at the villains.
Shooting diplomas. All right. Actually, here we go. It's going to end now. Here we go. You decide to use the knowledge of Eternian lore to find a hidden weakness in Skeletor's magic. You recall an ancient text that mentions a vulnerability in Skeletor's spells. You quickly scan the sky, noting positions of the planets. With the knowledge, you whisper your crucial insight to He-Man. He-Man nods understandingly. He goes, weakness you... He-Man nods, understanding the weakness you revealed. With a mighty cry, he unleashes a powerful attack, exploiting the vulnerability in Skeletor's magic. Skeletor's defenses crumble, and the dark magic begins to falter. He-Man seizes the opportunity, striking the final blow that defeats Skeletor minions and shatters his hold on the Dark Hemisphere. With Skeletor's defeat, the Dark Hemisphere begins to transform, its darkness receding as the light of Eternia's twin suns break through. He-Man turns to you, a nod of gratitude on his face. Thank you for your knowledge, Issak. We've saved Eternia from Skeletor's evil grasp. King Randor and Queen Marlena arrive, accompanied by the royal guard. The king praises your bravery and integrity, awarding you the golden shield of Eternia for your heroism. Congratulations, you completed the adventure. There you go, man. You chose wisely. Look at that. Didn't even have to fight, nothing.
Let's use the secret technique of punching him harder.
Yeah.